Genesis chapter 29, verse 9 through verse 14. Rachel's humility and industry. BC 1760. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. And it came to pass, when Jacob saw Rachel the daughter of Laban his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban his mother's brother, that Jacob went near, and rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the flock of Laban his mother's brother. And Jacob kissed Rachel, and lifted up his voice, and wept. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother, and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. And it came to pass, when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob his sister's son, that he ran to meet him, and embraced him, and kissed him, and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. And Laban said to him, Surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. Here we see 1. Rachel's humility and industry. She kept her father's sheep. Verse 9. That is, she took the care of them, having servants under her that were employed about them. Rachel's name signifies a sheep note. Honest, useful labor is that which nobody needs be ashamed of, nor ought it to be a hindrance to anyone's preferment. 2. Jacob's tenderness and affection. When he understood that this was his kinswoman, probably he had heard of her name before, knowing what his errand was into that country. We may suppose it struck his mind immediately that his must be his wife, being already smitten with her ingenuous comely face, though it was probably sunburnt, and she was in the homely dress of a shepherdess. He is wonderfully officious and anxious to serve her. Verse 10. And addresses himself to her with tears of joy and kisses of love. Verse 11. She runs with all haste to tell her father, for she will by no means entertain her kinsman's address without her father's knowledge and approbation. Verse 12. These mutual respects at their first interview were good presages of their being a happy couple. 3. Providence made that which seemed contingent and fortuitous to give speedy satisfaction to Jacob's mind. As soon as ever he came to the place which he was bound for Abraham's servant, when he came upon a similar errand, met with similar encouragement. Thus God guides his people with his eye. Psalms chapter 32, verse 8. It is a groundless conceit which some of the Jewish writers have, that Jacob, when he kissed Rachel, wept because he had been set upon in his journey by Eliphaz, the eldest son of Esau, at the command of his father, and robbed of all his money and jewels, which his mother had given him when she sent him away. It was plain that it was his passion for Rachel and the surprise of this happy meeting that drew these tears from his eyes. 4. Laban, though none of the best-humored men bade him welcome, was satisfied in the account he gave of himself and of the reason of his coming in such poor circumstances. While we avoid the extreme, on the one hand, of being foolishly credulous, we must take heed of falling into the other extreme, of being uncharitably jealous and suspicious. Laban owned him for his kinsman. Thou art my bone and my flesh. Verse 14 note. Those are hard-hearted indeed that are unkind to their relations, and that hide themselves from their own flesh. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 7.